So let's just move forward real quick. I don't feel like I really need to go through all this because you all already know Anthony, and his story is pretty much the same as mine. Uh, Many years ago, I started 10 years ago. Anthony was into internet marketing before I ever was. Our father lost all of his money in WorldCom. I think you'll probably already know that. Both him and I needed a way to kind of step up and save the family. I went from working at a car wash for $5.15 an hour to now, fast forward to today, making over six figures a month. And I do it all on autopilot, and I don't have to worry about stocking products or any of that stuff. I mean, our entire business model is all based off of email marketing and affiliate marketing in general, and promoting stuff that we don't have to see, that we don't have to touch, we don't have to worry about customer service on. And what I'm going to show you tonight is my kind of super secret strategy that I use that nobody else I really know of is using. I've kind of developed something that's very unique that very, very few people even have access to. So we're going to go over that. Now, I've been all over the country, actually all over the world, and spoken to massive groups of people, thousands and thousands of people, on how to do internet marketing, Facebook ads, and not so much penny traffic, because it's a fairly, but this is just an image of me in front of a whole bunch of students. As you can see, I'm teaching them how to do some marketing on Facebook up there. It's a Facebook ad. I went on to author 2 books that were on national television following in Anthony's footsteps. Anthony's actually the only reason I ever wrote a book. Anthony said, dude, the stuff that you're doing is so freaking crazy, and it's so different than what I'm doing, and just equally as amazing. You should write some books about that, and you should put it on TV, just like I did. And I was like, I don't know if I could be on TV. And I was really nervous. And Anthony kind of just forced me up there, so to speak. And then it ended up being really awesome, and I'm just really glad that I did it. So I ended up selling a lot of books that helped out many, many people. And now I want to discuss, since you know a little bit about me, what we're going to talk about today. And I think Anthony's pretty much already kind of dropped the bomb in terms of penny traffic, right? So before we get started, I want you to forget everything you think you know about traffic, okay? It doesn't matter if it's Facebook traffic, if it is Google traffic, if it's email traffic. I mean, listen, I want to teach you from a clean slate, okay? Because this is a very unique strategy that's going to crush in terms of list building. It's helped Anthony, it's helped myself. It really ties in perfectly with Inbox Inner Circle, and it's going to help you take it to that next level. So I want to talk about making a fortune from pennies. Next time you see a penny lying around, I promise you're probably going to pick it up. And Anthony can attest to this. I am a massive germaphobe, meaning I carry hand sanitizer with me everywhere I go. I'm so scared of, like, catching the flu or something like that. And people think I'm crazy because I'm always sanitizing. But when I see a penny on the ground, a quarter, a dime, whatever, I always pick it up. It's just like a thing with me. But I sanitize after I pick up the penny, but I still pick it up. And my friends around town, they always say, why are you touching that dirty penny? It's not even worth the germs. The sanitizer that you got to squirt on your hand costs more than the penny. And I always look at them and laugh, and I said, if you have any idea how much this penny was actually worth, you would be trying to pick it up too. Because a penny could be worth many dollars, tens of dollars, hundreds of dollars, and so on, if you understand the right strategy to use. Even Fortune 500 companies, some of the biggest companies, cannot compete with this penny traffic strategy. They're spending boatloads of money on their marketing, and they're overspending. I've been hired out to consult pretty big companies around the country. We've done marketing for couple universities. We've done marketing for fast food restaurant chains. We did marketing for up to like 60 or 70 fast food drive-in chains. And these guys are coming to me because they realize I'm able to get boatloads of traffic for less money, which can increase their return on investment. Now comes the income screenshots Anthony mentioned earlier. I want to show y'all some of the money that I've made doing this, and I've been doing this a decade thanks to Anthony. And this is a screenshot from last year. It's February of last year, and I'm going to tell you why I'm showing you a one-year-old screenshot in just a second. But you can see I've gotten payouts of 13 grand, 25 grand, 35 grand, 34 grand, and then as the month went on, that's not all I made that month. As the month went on, I got more payments coming in. So now you can see 17 grand, 18 grand, 33 grand. I mean, it's a boatload of cash just being deposited directly into my bank account. At the end of the month, it was my biggest month ever that year. It's my biggest month of last year. I generated $244,336. That's money going directly to me. So I'm showing you an old screenshot because it's kind of like a trophy of mine. And I want to be realistic with y'all. I'm not one of those hypey, fluffy guys. Neither is Anthony. We're not telling you you're going to make 200K next month. We certainly would hope that you make as much as you possibly can, but let's be realistic. How many of you in here would be happy? You would be elated and ecstatic if you could generate just a fraction of that $250,000 I generated in 1 month. How many of you would be happy with just a small piece of the pie? All right, so Lynn says over the moon, and I'm getting boatloads of yeses. And Nicole says, I would. And all right, so I'm showing y'all my biggest month from last year. Shane says a fraction of a fraction would be okay with me. And you're right. I started at 1, and I built this up. Now, for those of you that just came on, because we had a couple of spots left on this webinar, the room is pretty much completely full now. So do not get disconnected. Don't leave, whatever. I don't know if Anthony told you about this already or not, but we're giving away $150 cash money to a random winner just for attending this webinar. So there's only 250? Okay. All right. Well, disregard the 1 and replace it with a 2. We're giving away $250, and that's just for being here. Anthony's going to have a software selector random winner, and the catch is you have to stay on to the very end of the training. I know that when I teach this, or Anthony teaches something, people get really excited, and they want to jump off and start going and doing all of the training. But I want you to stick around. We're going to do some Q&A at the very end, and we're going to announce the winner. Now, for those of you asking, am I still making money right now, or if I'm just showing you screenshots from a year ago, this is a screenshot of my income today. Like, I took this a little bit earlier because I knew I was going to be doing this presentation. You can see it's March 30th of 2015. This is one of my accounts. It's just one account that I'm promoting ads through. And when I took the screenshot, I had already made $2,444. And I want you to see that says profit. Yeah, it's my cut. $2,444 literally today. Who knows what it'll end up at before I go to sleep. All right, so I just want you to know that, oh, well, I see now that screenshot says March through April, but that is today's. So I want y'all to see that this is something that I'm still doing. It's something that is working right now. It's not something that I used to do that ended a year ago or 3 weeks ago or whatever. Anthony and I like to show you what's working right now, not show it to you after it's all finished. Here's another screenshot of another account where I just got paid $162,000 just last month for my earnings. You can look at these dates right here for campaigns that ended just yesterday. You could see here on the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 down, 3 and 4 down. You could see just yesterday I had some campaigns earn $600, $1,100, $1,200. I'm sorry, $12,000, and so on and so on. So this strategy is working right now. So I want you to get extremely excited about this, because this is something that you really can do. As soon as this training is over, you literally can get started. How many of you are stoked to learn how I'm generating all of these commissions and all of these profits? Say yes, me, I'm stoked, let's go, let's rock, whatever. All right, sweet. I got tons of yeses, I got tons of stoked, I even got some super stokes coming in. Awesome. All right, so let's start out with discussing what the #1 problem is with businesses online today, and that is traffic. The #1 problem for all businesses online is traffic. Even if you want to build a list, you got to be able to send traffic to an opt-in page, right? So traffic is key. And when I start talking about traffic, let's talk about why it is the #1 problem. Getting a website online is really easy to do nowadays. I mean, back in the day, it used to be complicated to get a website, but today, you can get a website for free most of the time. So getting websites, super easy. Finding niches to market, mega easy. It's not that hard. Traffic is the key, though. And I see all of these gurus out there, you know, preaching, you need a website, build it, and they'll come, and all this, what I call BS. It's not true. If you build a website, nobody's coming to it unless you send them there. So if you hear this, build it and they'll just show up, that's not true. They got that quote from a movie that me and Anthony used to watch when we were kids called Field of Dreams, and it's a baseball movie. It has nothing to do with traffic online. So I want to show you how to freaking force the traffic to your opt-in pages, to your affiliate offers that you're promoting, build massive lists, and do it very cheaply, and get very qualified traffic on top of that. Traffic used to be a big risk. So if it was done wrong, you could lose thousands of dollars. You could even lose hundreds of hours of your life just trying to figure traffic out. So those are issues. Now, there's 2 different kinds of traffic that all of the gurus are talking about right now. The first kind is free traffic. So you've got blogs, SEO, I don't like SEO, article marketing, viral marketing, and you've got paid traffic. That's pay-per-click with Google, with Facebook, banner advertising, media buying. These are the 2 main types of traffic that everybody's talking about, but they're leaving out one of the most unique strategies to ever hit the internet, and that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. First, let's dive into free traffic a little bit. So you've got this whole idea, this whole theory that free traffic is so great and it's going to work so well and it's going to back out, and oftentimes it doesn't. So that's why here it says free traffic is great, but in theory, you have to write content, you have to spend many hours. If you're not building a list through this strategy, you know, you have to spend many hours sending out emails and trying to hope people actually opt in from cold emailing. It takes days, if not months, to see any results, and that's if you see any at all. You're risking your #1 asset, and that's your time. So free traffic, it can work, but it's a hit or a miss, and it takes a boatload of time to generate, and you got to hope that it works. There's 0 guarantees. Now, let's look at paid traffic. But before you freak out about paid traffic, because I know some people are like, oh my gosh, paid traffic, I can't do that, I don't want to spend any money. Paid traffic is very misunderstood. Most people think that you have to spend a lot of money. They think you got to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to get paid traffic. And I guess if you do it wrong, then they're right. But I have the secret around it, and I call it the penny secret. So for those of you that are taking notes right now, I want you to write down in your notepad or whatever, your Word file, just write down the penny secret is the key to success. The penny secret is the key to success. Okay? Write that down. I want you to highlight it. I want you to put a star by it. I want you to fold the page over in your notes. I want you to come back to that later and always remind yourself that the penny secret is the key. And you're going to see why here in just a little bit. I've actually started saying paid traffic has become cheaper than free traffic. And I'm going to explain to you exactly what I mean by that, okay? Here's a screenshot of me and Anthony's old Google account. We used to do Google AdWords back in the day, and we promoted a lot of affiliate offers for credit cards like American Express, Chase Bank, Orchard, and Discover, and we did really well. I mean, Anthony was, especially Anthony, he was making boatloads of cash doing it. But I want you to take a look at our old account. We don't touch Google AdWords anymore, and I want to talk about some of the traffic methods we used and how much it costs, okay? So if you look at the very top here where it says Orchard Apply, it's got the green dot by it, and you look to the right, you'll see it. We got 84,000 clicks on that one ad, and we paid on average $1.12 every single time somebody clicked on that ad. $1.12. So we spent $94,000 to get 84,000 clicks. And if you look a few more down, let's see, let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, on to the fourth one down. You'll see where it says send me the card. That one we got 26,000 clicks on. We paid on average $4 per click. So we spent $122,000 to get 26,000 clicks. And if you continue to look down, you'll see 60 cents a click, $2 a click, $4 a click, $5 a click, and so on. How many of you in here feel like those are ridiculous costs per click? And it's just too much. If you agree with me, say yes. Yeah, it's too high. It's almost impossible to profit any longer from prices like that. And that's part of what drove us into email marketing, and another reason we figured out this penny secret. So I'm not going to show you how to do any of this old mess, okay? I'm not going to show you how to spend money on Google AdWords. And it's just too expensive. You can't afford to do it. We can't afford to do it. It's even more expensive now than it was in this screenshot. But what I wanted to show you this for is I want to show you what other people are having to do. Today, this very second, there are people that don't know what it is that they don't know. And they're going to Google AdWords and they're overspending on the traffic there. And, you know, I feel sorry for them. But I'm glad that you guys are here and you're going to learn the way around that. Now, there's pros and cons when it comes to paid traffic. We're going to hit some of those. The pros of paid traffic are that it's instant. Like literally, you set an ad live, you're instantly going to be getting traffic within a couple of minutes. It's extremely targeted. If you do it right, you can get very targeted traffic. It's very high converting if you bullseye target your traffic once again, so it's got to be targeted. And these are all pros. Now the con is that in the past you needed a large budget, but not anymore, okay? All you need now is one of these penny accounts that we're going to show you how to get access to. Because of the big budget, it was risky, but once again, not anymore. It took a long time to learn and a long time to get good at, but now, by the time we're done with this live training, you're going to understand how you can get access to traffic for pennies without having to risk a lot of money, without having to do what me and Anthony did back in the day and pay $4 and $5 for a single click. That's just ridiculous. So we're going to put you light years ahead of where we had to start out. All right, so before I tell you about the penny secret, when I dive in and we dig real deep here, I want to reiterate Forget everything you know about getting quality traffic online, okay? Wipe it off. Imagine yourself taking everything you know about paid traffic and quality traffic, and I want you to crumble it into a little paper ball and throw it out of an imaginary window, okay? And start from a clean slate, because this is something that's going to blow your mind that you've likely never heard of before. So this new source of penny traffic, we're going to completely forget about Google ads, Yahoo ads, Bing ads. I want you to forget about Facebook, forget about Twitter, forget about Pinterest, forget all of them. I want you to forget about media buying, forget about looking for affiliates and partners and arbitrage and all that stuff. And I want you to imagine here for a second what it would be like to get the biggest websites in the world to actually promote you. And I'm talking about Fortune 500 company sites sending traffic to you, literally, for just a single penny. How many of you in here feel like that would be extremely valuable to your business? Say yes if you agree. All right, everybody's on course with me. I'm getting tons of yeses. I can't even read them all. All right. I even see someone says, this is a dream come true. That's Jerry. I don't know if it's Gary or Jerry, but I sure hope so. All right. Here's another screenshot of the beginning of this month, where in one day I got paid out $14,438 on the first day of the month. It's a great way to start out April. And I want you to look. It's not all from the same source. You can see the screenshot. It's a completely different source. And I want you to see that it's long-term. This isn't one of those things that just happens overnight and then it's gone the next day. Me and Anthony's dad always taught us, our dad taught us to always go for long-term business models. So you can see, all I could fit in the screenshot was from December. But this is a consistent campaign that pays out every single week. Literally every single week. I'm getting commissions coming in. So not hit or miss. It's not one-time quick money profits. It's a long-term business model. And that's the great thing about email marketing is once you have a list and you understand how to continue to build that list, you're in it for the long haul. Nobody can take that from you. You can always send mail and you can always promote new things and generate commissions. And that's what I call financial security right there. So let's do an example. I want to get out of the PowerPoint. I can't stand PowerPoints. I think they're boring, but I know that they're necessary sometimes. Let's get out of the PowerPoint and let's go do a real live example. And just for the sake of it, I want to imagine that we're in the electronic niche and we're about to do some list building, or we are about to run an affiliate offer for, let's say, Apple products. Y'all know the Apple Watch was just recently released. I don't know if it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, but whatever. It's a huge craze. And you've got the new iPad that just came out. So let's go in and let's go to Google and let's do a little bit of research on this niche, and let's talk about running offers and building lists for it. I'm going to exit the PowerPoint here. And I am going to bring us over here to the internet. Let's go to Google. And what I want to do is I want to pull up a CPA network, an affiliate network that has a couple of really cool offers that I promote sometimes. There's tons of affiliate networks out there. Me and Anthony both, we do a lot of list building, and then we promote affiliate offers and our own stuff and all that great stuff. So one place that I do business with is called PureFly. You can write that down. It's purefly.com. And they have tons of really cool CPA offers and affiliate offers. Like this one right here that's highlighted in red is a contest page that you can promote where people can win a gift card to buy a free iPad Air. And this offer is willing to pay me money. It's willing to pay me $1.40. You can see that right here. I'm highlighted. They'll pay me $1.40 every time I send somebody to this affiliate offer. They put in their email address. and enter the contest. I'm going to get paid. How many of you in here would be willing to risk 1 penny to send bullseye targeted traffic to this affiliate offer where people, if they put in their email address, you make $1.40? How many of you think that that's pretty good odds? All right, a lot of yeses. Okay. And once again, you can build your own, you can continue to build your own list using this strategy as well. So what I want to do is, since we are imagining that we're in this niche, is I want to go to Google, and I want to say, if somebody's looking for an iPad or a free iPad type offer, then likely they're going to go to Google and they're going to type in something like iPad Air review, something like that. Okay. When you type in iPad Air review, you're going to get a bunch of ads that come up on Google, obviously. You've got Walmart.com, AT&T.com, TechRadar, Engadget, CNET, Macworld.uk, GS, I don't even know what that site is, but you've got a bunch of websites that come up on the very first page of Google. Now, how many of you in here would agree that all of these pages on the very first page of Google, under the keyword, what was our keyword? iPad Air review, are probably getting boatloads of traffic? How many of you would agree with that? All right. Now, typically, what people would try to do is they would try to go to Google and pay Google to get their ad on the very first page, up there with Walmart and AT&T, and they'd want to buy the traffic from Google, just like I showed you that we used to do in that screenshot where we paid $4 and $5 a click. And the problem is, these days, Google's more expensive, and let's be honest, are you really going to be able to get your ad over Walmart and AT&T? The answer is no. And let's look at another thing. I'm going to zoom in on this one because this one's important. When I search for iPad Air reviews, Google brings up 132 million other websites. So your odds of getting on the very first page of Google to promote your product, build your list, is 1 in 132 million. Doesn't quite smell like roses, does it? All right, so I want to show you how I fight back. And I'm able to go in and step in front of this traffic and build huge lists of people that are interested in electronic products, or they're interested in money-making opportunities, or they're interested, it doesn't matter what niche it is, okay? But how many of you in here feel like if you could build a huge list of people interested in iPad offers, that you could probably go in and find some affiliate programs or Amazon offers or whatever it may be and mail them to that list and generate commissions? Yes? All right, I've got tons of yeses in here. All right, sweet. So here's what I want to show you how to do. So every time somebody goes to this page, on the first page of Google, and they click on this ad that Walmart has here, you can see it says ad, that's costing Walmart money. And we all know that we cannot afford to get our ad there to build our list or to promote any product because it's just too dang expensive. It doesn't make any sense. It would cost more money than it would, be worth. So what if I told you that every time somebody came to the first page of Google and clicked on this iPad offer, just like this, when their site came up, Walmart came up, iPads, bam, your lead gen offer, your opt-in page popped up over on top of, in front of Walmart's iPad section with your email submit, where you can build your list of people that are interested in iPads or people that might want to win this free iPad if you're just simply doing a CPA offer. I'm already seeing incredible. How do you do that? I love it. Fantastic. This would be huge. Someone says, OMG. I see sweet. All right. So you're all feeling it, which is cool. Now, I know right now you might be thinking, is that legal? And the answer is yes. It is a 100% legal and ethical way of marketing that very few people have actually tapped into. Look, Walmart's still there. All that happened is when they clicked their ad, ours came up over theirs. So Walmart's still there. It's just that we stepped in front of that traffic. And I want you to take a wild guess on how much that cost. It only cost 1 penny. That's right. I see everybody saying it. 1 single cent. How many of you in here feel like you could probably use this strategy to build a massive list and would be willing to invest a penny every time you popped up in front of bullseye targeted customers with your opt-in? All right. I don't even have to finish what I'm saying because you're all already agreeing because it's common sense, you know. All right. So back over here to Google's page.
Hey, Adrian?
Yeah.
I just want to chime in. Can everybody hear me? Just say yes. I don't want to interrupt Adrian too much, but okay. So, stay focused on what he's saying. But what I do want you to realize is you had mentioned something, Adrian, you alluded to two things that I think is very important that people know. Number one, is it legal? Obviously, it's such an epic and outside the box method of marketing that a lot of people don't even know about it. If they do know about it, they don't know how to do it. And if they do know about it and they're trying to do it, they still don't know how to do it the right way, and they don't have the right tools to actually really do it effectively, right? So it's very important that you guys realize that we would only show you something, obviously, that's legal. That's just common sense. I also want to point out the fact that, when you're building a list, it's very, very important to be able to build a targeted list. And I think, a lot of you are working with GVO now, and you know that they have a lot of different, products and services that you can promote to. And we've obviously given you a list as an Inbox Inner Circle member. And when you're trying to build these lists, you want to have laser targets, right? Because when you send an email, you want to know what to send to them. So it's pretty common sense here. I mean, if you were to pop up over, say iPads, you can see it on your screen, iPads at Walmart. Well, you would know when you send an email to that list that you could send that whole, get a free iPad offer, that affiliate offer, to that list. So what's great about this, and what's great about what Adrian's showing you, is that the Inbox Inner Circle training fits so perfectly with this, because Adrian was doing this without doing email marketing. He was doing this and crushing it. Like he said, he's generated a lot of revenue, a ton of traffic. He was making a lot of money. But then I told him, I said, dude, you're missing the boat. Like you are totally missing the boat. You might think you're doing good, but you don't realize how much you're missing out on. And that's when I started showing Adrian email marketing, and I said, look, here's a better way, right? What you're doing is great. You're making money. That's phenomenal. Everybody would like to trade a penny for a dollar. Great. But I would rather trade a penny for a dollar plus an email address. How many of you would rather do that? Just say yes. Exactly. So trade the pennies, get the opt-ins, send the people on to the affiliate offer that you're promoting right after they opt in. The success URL, boom. The redirect URL, thank you page URL, whatever you want to call it, boom. It sends them on to an offer that's obviously similar. So now you make money. But you also get that email address. And you all know that having the email address means that you have automatic opportunity to make more and more money every single month when you send that email. So it's very, very important that you realize this is a strategy to build an asset for your business. It's a strategy to put you ahead of everybody else who struggles to build their list. You know that Inbox Inner Circle was all about getting you up to the top of the hill so that you could just basically fall down it, right? Roll down it. And this is one of the strategies that we've used to get ourselves to the top of the hill without the struggle, without the grind, and it's been this ability to generate a lot of traffic, get a lot of leads, and a lot of subscribers, but also to know exactly what those subscribers want. So whatever you're promoting, it doesn't matter what it is, you can dial it in and you can be able to build a list about that specific niche or that specific product and send emails to them while making money on the offer. How many of you understand that so far? Just say yes in the chat for me. Very good. My chat froze up because so many of you said yes so fast. Okay, so very, very important. I want you to realize, as we go through this, let your mind churn. Let yourself see how this is optimization, how this is, like some of you said, it's double dipping. It's making the money, but also building the list so you can make future money. And that's what's really important. I want you guys to all stay focused on the end goal, and that is build a list, build an asset, have an income stream for life. That's what email marketing is all about. And it's one of those things that it's changed my life. I wish I had known about it when I first started doing internet marketing, because gosh, I missed out on so much money. But like Adrian, I didn't know, and I didn't have me to come along and tell me like Adrian did that. Oh, by the way, there's a better way. Even though you're a genius for figuring this out, let me show you how to take another strategy and make it even better. So Adrian, I'll let you continue on with your presentation, but I just wanted to step in and make sure that it's real important to me that my students stay on track with what I'm teaching. And my end goal is to have my students have success. That's my end goal. So I want them in every facet, every time you're talking about something, to be thinking about how complementary this is to Inbox Inner Circle, how they can take what you're teaching them, combine it with the Inbox Inner Circle training, and combine it with what I'm teaching them on these, on these trainings moving forward, and really see the peak potential here of how they can crush it doing exactly what I'm teaching them, while bringing this strategy in so they can explode their list. So, yeah, you can go ahead and get started now.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like you said, when I showed you the strategy, you were blown away by it, but you're like, all right, the first thing you said is, are you capturing the emails? And I was like, well, no. And you're like, well, that's crazy. You need to be capturing the emails. And this strategy allows you to build so many other lists that are bullseye targeted for any niche, and double dip, like Anthony said, where you can get the opt-in but instantly redirect them to some sort of affiliate offer that makes sense. So in a sense, you're actually getting paid to build your lists. All right, now that said, a lot of you in here are like, okay, well, how did you do that pop-up? How do you get the pop-up over everybody? I'm about to show you right now, okay, so pay very close attention. First things first, how many of you in here would agree that it would be better if you could step in front of every single page on the first page of Google instead of just only Walmart.com? All right, because they're all getting a bunch of traffic. So anytime somebody clicks any of these sites, they're interested in buying an iPad, okay? So here's what I would do. I would open up a notepad. Let's open up a new little thing, and I would start copying and pasting every single website. Now, I just want to show you how fast this can be done. So I'm going to pull out my stopwatch here, and let's just try to get 4 or 5 and see how long it takes, all right? So you want to get the website address, every single website that you want to pop up over on Google and anywhere else. So let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so I would come right here. I would highlight, hit Control-C, come back over to my notepad, paste. All right, got 1. That's ready to be popped up over. We're going to get AT&T, so we're going to copy that. And like I said, we're not going to do all of them, but we're just going to do the first couple. All right, down here, we're going to get Tech Radar. It's number 3, so you know it's getting a lot of traffic on Google. All right, now we're going to go to number 4. We're just going to get 5 of them. Copy this. And I'm doing it the fastest way I know how to. I'm using shortcuts on my keyboard. All right, and then last, we'll go to cnet.com, hit copy, come back over here to Notepad. All right. Got 5, stop. That took me 44 seconds to get the first 5 off of the front page of Google. But guess what else? People also might just come in here and type in iPad. When they do that, it brings up different websites. It brings up 1 billion websites. It brings up apple.com, bestbuy.com, and a couple of other ones. So we could all agree there are probably thousands upon thousands of bullseye targeted sites online that are getting traffic that you could build a list off of. Yes or no? All right, perfect. Everybody says yes. So the key is stepping in front of as much of that traffic as you possibly can. You don't just want one, you want to pop up over Walmart. You want to pop up and literally dominate every single spot you can. So I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a little bit. All right, moving back over to the PowerPoint. I'm not talking just about Google, by the way. I'm talking about all the paid sites. I'm talking about all of the organic sites. It doesn't matter. Like, you can literally pop up and step in front of all of the traffic on any website on the first page, the second page, and the third page of Google. All of the organic traffic. You can do this on Yahoo. You can do it on Bing. You can do it on Pinterest, Amazon, Facebook, Twitter. This strategy works worldwide across all platforms on the internet, and it is freaking killer. All right, so yeah, and Paul asked if you could pop up over eBay. Absolutely. If you're trying to build a list of people that are interested in buying products X, Y, or Z off eBay, you can pop up your ad over eBay listings. Absolutely, 100%. I want to show you like just one more quick no-brainer example in just a second of how the pop-ups work. So you'll get to see that again. So how does it work? Whenever somebody goes to a website, your ad will literally pop up over theirs. Now, a couple of you in here are saying, well, what about pop-up blockers? Will pop-up blockers block us? The answer is no. Pop-up blockers will not block these type of pop-ups. Pop-up blockers really block spam and unwanted and virus pop-ups. But these types of pop-ups are able to still come up on the screen. Now, the reason they do that is because the people seeing these pop-ups actually at some point opted in and said, hey, I would like to receive promotional pop-ups on my computer, okay? So they've actually agreed to see these ads, and it's millions upon millions of people. So there's a script on their computer that says, yes, this is allowed. So I'll show you more on that in a little bit. So pop-up blockers are not an issue. They're not going to block your pop-ups. You're going to get a ton of traffic using the strategy. It's extremely easy. It literally takes less than 10 to 15 minutes. You just set it up in the back end, and you can set it live. You can promote any niche on any platform, Amazon, eBay, Google, and so on. And I'm going to show you my system that makes it very quickly for you, finds all of the websites, does everything, and does an ad like this. Let's say that you are trying to build a list of people that shop at Best Buy. Now, stuff like this is huge for events like Christmas and Black Friday, when all the holiday promotions are going on. Just imagine on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and over Christmas holidays, and whatever people celebrate during that time of the year, how much traffic BestBuy.com gets. Would you all agree that tons of people flood their website so they can get so they can see the types of deals? Yes. All right. So what if I built an opt-in page that said, hey, if you want to learn how to get a free $1,000 Best Buy gift card, put in your email address here. How many of you think that your odds of getting emails opted in on that page right there are pretty high, considering you're popping it up directly over at Best Buy? Okay, so you can get that opt-in, you can build a list of Best Buy shoppers, and then you can instantly redirect them to an actual affiliate offer that's promoting Best Buy gift cards, where you can get paid. Like Anthony said, you can use your redirect link, bam, and they'll hit an offer that's relevant where they can enter the contest. You make money and you build a list, and every holiday season you just freaking crush it because you know they're all going to continue to come back. All right, so very cool stuff. Now I want to introduce you my strategy of doing this, and I call it CPVX, okay? So write that down in your notes, CPVX. Now, you may have heard of CPV before, okay? There's been a couple of people around the block that have done it, but this is not the same, all right? It's completely different because I have added my little X factor to the end. So the X is something I added because my My strategy is different. Nobody can replicate my strategy, or at least that I know of, and I'm able to absolutely crush all of the competition using the strategy. And I want to show you here the amount of traffic that I'm getting. Forget the money, okay? Y'all have seen enough money screenshots. I think that I have proven to you that I legitimately generate income online. So forget the money, all right? I want you to look right here where it says clicks, all right? 8,900 targeted visitors, 8,500 targeted visitors. Imagine blasting out an email and getting 8,000 clicks to an offer that you're promoting. That's 100% possible, right? Zoltan asks if this works for AliExpress.com sites. Yeah, you can pop up over all of those websites where people buy wholesale merchandise, everything, okay? But yeah, so you can see here, I'm generating quite a few clicks, and this is from email traffic, okay? This is from email traffic that I built a list from, and I've mailed out, and I've promoted other types of products and other types of offers. And I've done this by using my strategy, my X Factor penny secret strategy, to build these massive lists. This is the, I have so many screenshots in here, I think I went crazy with screenshots, but this is this month. But it is important that you see, when you build a bullseye targeted list and you mail that list, you generate big sales. You can see on one product I was marketing this month, forget the money, but look at the units. Over 6,500 sales on a product that I was marketing, all from this strategy, sending traffic, building lists, crushing it to over 92 different campaigns. All right, so let's talk about what CPVX is. I want to go in, I want to give you an example. I want to actually build a live campaign because I think that y'all have heard enough about it, and it's getting to be about that time where I actually go live and we build a campaign. But I want to tell you a couple of things first. You can put your ad on any website for as little as 1 to 2 pennies, okay? So it doesn't matter if it's Alibaba, AliExpress, eBay, Amazon, Facebook, whatever. There's no restrictions, okay? And it works anywhere in the world. You already know exactly what that company's visitors want. So this is the best kind of targeting. If you want to build a list of let's say animal lovers or animal owners, and you want to start marketing pet products to them, then you could pop up a lead gen page over places like pets.com, and that way you know that you're building a list of people that own cats, they own dogs, and you can go back and you can start marketing to them through email products that they may be interested in. So it works for pretty much anything. Not pretty much anything, it works for everything. The smartest and biggest companies, they have no clue how this is done, and it's always bogged my mind and Anthony's as well, as like some of these multi-million and $100 million companies, they're just blowing money online. And they could be using strategy like this to get 10 times more traffic than they're currently getting, but they don't really know about it. And the ones that do are crushing it. But there is one big problem when it comes to CPV. Some bigger companies with big budgets, they use CPV. They use it for list building, they use it for selling their products, and for somebody just entering the market without the right tools, without the right education, it could be a dangerous battle. But here's the thing. None of them use CPVX. This is how I'm able to really fight back against these massive companies where I literally just obliterate them. They don't stand a chance. So I always say I'm going to let them keep paying $4 and $5 a click. I'm going to let them keep blowing money on insanely expensive traffic, and I'm going to stick to my penny secret. All right, so just a recap before we go live and do a demo. Some of the biggest companies are jealous of these strategies. I know this because I'm marketing over some of the biggest companies. And they're like, how is this guy getting all of this? How is this guy doing bigger numbers than us and getting more traffic than us for less money? Using my secret, using this penny method, you can get more traffic than anywhere else for less money. It's extremely bullseye targeted traffic because you know exactly what website they're hitting that you're building your list off of, and this can result in crazy high open rates, extremely good delivery because you know that you're getting targeted customers, and high conversions from your emails. And you all know, if you've been through Anthony's course, that it's one thing to send an email, it's another to actually get people to open the email up and click the link and buy whatever it is that you're marketing. So you want to get a bullseye targeted list from a bullseye targeted traffic source so you can get great conversions. Traffic is just a penny per customer, and you can instantly launch an ad. It's going to blow your mind how quickly you can launch an ad. All right, so pay close attention. Only a few people have ever seen this before. I've only taught this a couple of times. My goal is, by the time we're done with this demo, by the time we're done with this live training, I want you to be on your way to building massive lists and generating profits. Obviously, you're not going to hit this number on the screen that I'm showing you right now overnight, but my goal for my students and Anthony's students is not just to profit a little bit, but to one day even be able to exceed us, where we can learn, hey, what have you been doing? How did you do that? Kind of like I did with Anthony, and I love to joke with him. When Anthony comes and asks me, hey, dude, how did you do that? I'm like, well, sit down and I can teach you a thing or two, big brother. I'm sure he loves that. All right, so let's go live and let's do our demo. All right, so before we were talking about building an email list kind of surrounded about iPads and Apple products. If any of you in here were curious why I chose iPads and Apple products to show you how to get traffic to and build a list from, it's quite easy. Apple and Apple.com releases a new iPad and a new iPhone, probably a new iWatch, a new laptop every single year. All year long, they're releasing updated products. So if you have a list of people that you know are Apple lovers, you know that they're likely to buy every single new item that Apple releases. I mean, right now, I've got an iPhone, I think it's an iPhone 6. I don't really notice any difference in this phone than my iPhone 5S. I don't even know why I bought it. I mean, it looks the same, it does the same stuff pretty much. But I got it because it's the newest, latest, greatest thing. How many of you in here agree with me on that? That people just buy the new stuff from Apple because it's the newest one. And guess what they do? They make you buy new phone covers to fit your phone, new plugs, and new types of chargers. So if you had a list built around people that love Apple products all year long, you could market to them all of the accessories for their iPhones, their iPads. Every time there was a new launch, you could send traffic to Apple's affiliate offer where people can buy the Apple Watch through you. I mean, it's an amazing little niche, or big niche, if you will. So I want to talk to you about how you build these pop-ups and how you generate an account that will make your ads pop up over Apple.com and Walmart.com and all of these other places. So what I want to do is I want to pull up a company that I use, and I want you to write them down too. It's called directcpv.com. So write that down. You can see it up here in the top left of my screen, directcpv.com. Don't go there now, okay? Do not leave this presentation because you're getting excited. Just simply write it down and highlight it because you're going to go back to it later. I don't want you to miss what I'm about to say because this live demo is going to be nuts. If you're curious about how the pop-ups work and why pop-up blockers do not block pop-ups, on the front page of DirectCPV, you'll see a video right here. You can click play, and they'll explain to you exactly how the pop-ups work and why pop-up blockers will not block these, okay? So I want to log into my account, so let's do that. We're logged in now. This is the actual dashboard for our account. You can see it has Anthony's name up here at the top. And I want to build a campaign. Direct CPV is the company that allows me to place ads on the internet that are going to pop up over everybody else's ads or everybody else's websites that I bullseye target online. So just to make sure, I'm going to stop a second. I want to ask you a question. How many of you in here follow what I'm saying so far? Just say, yes, I follow, whatever. So I know you're keeping up. All right, I haven't seen one single no, so I guess I'm doing a pretty good job of explaining it. Awesome. All right, so Direct CPV is 100% free to join, okay? It does not cost any money to create an account with Direct CPV, but you do have to pay for your traffic. But remember, the traffic is only 1 penny per customer. So you can get boatloads of traffic for very cheap. And you can see our account balance in here and the money that we've spent so far this month. And $277 spent on traffic. If you do, I failed math 3 times in college. If it wasn't for Anthony, I don't know what I would do sometimes when I'm trying to add my tip at a restaurant to a bill. But if you do the addition or multiplication, whatever, 1 penny times $277, that's a lot of dang traffic. It's more than I can do the math on. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a new campaign. At the very top right, underneath Anthony's name, you'll see a little button. You can hover your mouse over it. Hit create a new campaign. So let's do that. All right, now it's going to ask us to name our campaign. So right now, we're trying to build a list of people interested in Apple products, okay? So we're going to put Apple iPad list building. All right. Then down here where it says location, it's going to say, do you want to do this pop up in Canada, United States? Where do you want to do it? Guys, this is not just something that works in the US. This is worldwide. I have students that I've taught in my inner circle doing this in all sorts of countries. Look, you can even do pop-ups all the way down to Zimbabwe. So if you want to do a pop-up in Zimbabwe or Zambia, you can do it through Direct CPV, okay? So you can build a global list. You're not restricted just to the US. But for this, we're going to put in US. I'm going to hit save and continue. And now we're going to get started building our ad. All right, now I just want to make sure that everybody's still with me and that everybody can hear me because this is a live webinar. And I know sometimes the sound can go in and out. Can everybody hear me? Say yes? Okay, good. All right, so the first thing it's going to do is it's going to ask us what we want to name this ad group. So I'll always name it something like Apple websites because this is what we're going to do is put in a list of websites promoting Apple products so we can build our list that's bullseye targeted Apple users, okay? Then it's going to say, how much would you like to risk on a day-to-day basis? How much money would you like to invest in traffic? Their minimum is $5, and that's what I suggest going with, because if you think about it, for $5, you can get a lot of traffic for 1 penny, okay? Plenty of traffic for a penny per customer. All right, so we're going to put in $5. The next step says, what type of targeting method do you want to use? There's 2 options, targeted and bypass targeting. I think common sense tells us all which one of these we should choose. Always select targeting. Then in step 3, it says, which network of pop-ups would you like to use? There's only one option. There's literally no way you can screw step number 3 up because there is only one option in the drop-down menu. And if you mess this up in step 3, send Anthony an email because you're gonna have some explaining to do.
Now,
all right? The reason that's there is because in the future, they're probably going to add some other options.
Hey, Adrian, just so I can chime in, please don't send me an email if you mess this step up. This is one part of the instructional night here that I do not want you to follow. If you happen to mess up step 3, do not send me an email. I suggest that you maybe shut down the computer and start all over again from scratch and follow the training. So,
Oh, it's so
come
funny.
on, no way. But look, I just wanted to chime in. I know you're right in the middle of this, but um, I like to keep up. How many of you are enjoying this so far? Because what's crazy to me is we've been on an hour, and Adrian has gone. I see a lot of yeses. Okay, Adrian has gone a little. He's long-winded. He's like my dad. He talks forever, but we haven't lost a single person. Like the room is still maxed out. So that means all of you are here, which is great. So I see nothing but everybody saying that they love this and that this is awesome and and that this is great. So great. Okay. Well, I'm going to let him just continue on. I just wanted to make sure that everybody's good. How many of you feel like this is a method by which you can build your list and it's something that you've never seen before and that you're super interested in and you absolutely want to do as soon as we are finished with this training tonight? Just say yes for me. Okay. Awesome. I see tons of you. Great. Yeah. Think about it. You can build, I know some of you are actually in MLMs, from GVO. I mean, great way to build your downline, your network, all that stuff. For those of you that are not in, in MLM or whatever, you're just doing affiliate marketing, list building, so you can sell products, sell Amazon products, promote affiliate products, lead gen products. You cannot beat this when it comes to list building. All right. I'm going to shut up, Adrian. I'm going to let you keep going.
All good, all good. All right, so step three, as we've already explained, you can't mess that up. Step number four is how much would you like to pay per pop-up? So you actually have the option to pay less than a penny. And for whatever reason, I've always just gone in and put in a penny and a half. Is what I usually put in. And they state somewhere up here that, yeah, for the most premium traffic, it's a penny and a half. But you can get traffic for half a penny. So I always put in a penny and a half so I make sure that I get the premium traffic. Then it says destination URL is step 5. Now this is where you're going to want to put in your opt-in page, okay? This is where you're going to want to put in your page where you can build your list and get opt-ins from. So you put that right here where it says destination URL. Or if you're just sending cold traffic directly to an affiliate offer, you put in that affiliate offer's web affiliate link right here too. But I think for all of you guys, you're going to want to put in your opt-in pages here. So you want to put in your opt-in page and just type it in right there, okay? Then it's going to say, what type of targeting would you like to use? Keywords, URLs, or categories. So what we're going to do is say URLs because we want to pop up directly over the competition. I'm talking over, on top of, in front of other websites that are getting laser targeted traffic. So we're going to hit save and continue. Now the next step is going to be to put in the website addresses that we want to pop up over so we can start building our list. So direct CPV is going to say start entering in your targets one at a time. Well guys, this is where we were coming over to Google and I showed y'all earlier you would have to go copy and paste. So you would come here and you would copy Walmart, right? Now you come over here and paste it, bam. Every time somebody clicks this ad on Walmart, boom, your ad is going to pop up and your page, your lead gen page, whatever it is, it's going to pop up over on top of Walmart. Pretty amazing stuff. Now, of course, having said that, you want to get as many of these pages as you possibly can because they're all getting a ton of traffic. And you can put as many sites in as you want to, as many URLs into direct CPV as you want at no extra cost, okay? You're still going to have your daily budget of $5. It's still only going to cost a penny per customer. And you know anybody else using direct CPV is also going to go ahead over to Google and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to get Walmart, they're going to get Apple, they're going to get Best Buy. And to be honest with you, that's really okay. Walmart and Apple and Best Buy, they're getting so much traffic there's plenty for all of us. None of us can have all of that traffic. So what Direct CPV does, in a sense, is they rotate the traffic all simultaneously. Like every one of us could be getting traffic all at the same time because so many people are hitting these big websites, right? But what I found is there are even more laser-targeted websites that are going to have higher opt-in rates to your list than Walmart.com. I'm talking about some of the smaller sites that still show up on the first page of Google. But look, there's over 1.2 billion websites about iPads on Google. How many of you agree that you're never going to be able to get all of these websites? It's just too many, right? Now, how long do you think it would take you to go through and copy and paste, let's say, 200 of these websites from Google? I'm seeing long time, hours. Cameron says it would take me 100 years. I'm seeing a couple of people say that they don't feel like it could be done forever, several hours. Hank says he would need lots of coffee. I love coffee. Yeah. So Shia says hire a bunch of kids around town to do it. Yeah, because the more of these sites you get, the more likely you are to find golden nuggets that have a really high list building and opt-in rates, like imore.com, iPad. Look, when I go to page number 2, a whole new list of sites come up. Gazelle, let's see, Mashable.com, Mac Rumors, Verizon Wireless, The Guardian. All right, so we want to get all of these if we can. But in all honesty, it'd take too much time to get them all. But that's my X factor, guys. My X factor is I am able to get more websites that pop up over faster than anybody else without spending hours to do it. As a matter of fact, it takes me less than 2 or 3 minutes to do it. So here's what I've done. Over the past year or so that I've been doing this, I have developed my own X factor system that will go out there and it will do all of that work for me. And I'm about to introduce you to it right now. I call it Mass Traffic X, okay? Now, Mass Traffic X is a very robust system that I've put together over the past year or so, and it's got over 23 tools in it. Now, I'm not going to go through here and explain what every tool is to you because I'm already going a lot longer than Anthony told me I should. But I do want you to see 2 or 3 things in here that help me build this campaign much faster. So the first one is the URL scrapers. There's 23 things in here. You see, I've got an entire course that I've put together on building these types of campaigns, but let's go to the URL scraper. Now, this is a software that I have built, or I've had my programmer build, that's going to do all of this work for me. So let's imagine that we're trying to build a list of people that are interested in these iPads. And we know there's 1 billion websites that we could be getting traffic from. And some of them are going to convert better and build us a better list. So what I'm going to do is say when people go to Google, they might type in something like Apple iPad discounts, or they might type in iPad versus Kindle, right? Because they're not sure if they should get a Kindle or an iPad. Or they might type in iPad 2 versus, or it's iPad Air 2 versus the iPad Mini, because they're not sure if they want the big iPad or the small iPad. They might type in iPad Air versus, can't seem to spell Air, versus the Windows Surface, because the Windows Surface is a huge tablet that sells a lot. And then we've got, let's think about, I think before I did this, just so I didn't get blocked, I've got a couple of keywords I already put in here. iPad coupons, iPad reviews, yeah. So let's do iPad coupons and just one more, iPad reviews. All right. So all of these search terms on Google are going to bring up completely different websites. All right. Now, that said, I know that everybody's loving it because I just saw like literally 1,000 people hashtag love it. So I love it that you're intrigued by this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my software and I'm going to check mark Google, Bing, and Yahoo. Guys, we haven't even talked about Bing and Yahoo because Google alone had 1 billion different search results in terms of iPad offers, right? But this software, Mass Traffic X, is going to go out to Google, Bing, and Yahoo, and it's going to find all of the top websites for me. Now, I want to show you how fast it works, all right? It took me earlier, if you don't remember, 45 seconds to copy and paste 5 websites. So that means it's probably going to take you 1 full minute to copy and paste six websites if you're fast, all right? Now, I'm going to tell Mass Traffic X not just to go to the first page of Google, but to go as far as the 3rd page of results for each one of these keywords, okay? And I'm going to hit Get Results, and Mass Traffic X is going to start going out there and finding all of the websites that are on the 1st page of Google, the 2nd page of Google, the 3rd page of Google. It's going to go to Bing, it's going to go to Yahoo, and it's going to get the search results for all of those keywords. It's going to bring up hundreds of websites. And it does take it a minute or two, okay? I'm not going to lie. It doesn't happen instantly. You got to wait a second, and that's why I'm using my timer here so I can time exactly how long it takes. Right now we are at exactly 35 seconds. And I want you to tell me if the results end up being worth the amount of time that you got to wait to get those results. So we just hit 45 seconds. So that's the amount of time it takes to get up, and we're done. That's the amount of time it took to get everything from copying and pasting. We're at 49 seconds. And I want you to look at all of the websites Mass Traffic X has found. The Apple Store, Groupon, Tech Bargains, Coupon Refund. Let me just take a look at all of the websites that have to do with coupons for Apple iPads and discounts and reviews. We got PC Magazine, Fat Wallet. I mean, I'm not anywhere near the end of this list right now. It's actually probably lagging your screen right now because there are so many websites that it's found, because it's not just getting the websites off of the first page. There's I'm More, we saw that earlier, Apple Insider. It's getting all of the results off of the 2nd page and the 3rd page, and it can go to the 5th page, but for the sake of time, I just did the first 3 pages. Look, I'm still going. I don't know if y'all can, if this is even really registering because it just did so much so fast. All right, we're finally at the bottom. Now, all of these ones with the funky stuff, these are actually the ads that are showing up on the front of Google, Bing, and Yahoo. That's why they have all the funky URLs, right? So we just built a massive list of bullseye targeted sites that we could pop up our pages over to help us build a laser targeted list. Now, what I'm going to do now that I've got all of this, and I'm scrolling really fast so I can get to the bottom, is I'm going to add it to my basket. So when we add this to our basket, it's technically going to save it all for us, so you can see it all in here. And for those of you wondering what is Alexa and Quantcast, I actually built into the system where Mass Traffic X tells me how popular the websites are on the internet. Because I want to know, am I getting websites off the first page of Google that are getting a lot of traffic? And the lower the number is, the better. Like, this is the 99th most visited website on the internet according to Alexa. So you can see we're getting some heavy hitters here, right? They are getting a ton of bullseye targeted traffic. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to export this list, and you can save it to an Excel file, you can save it to a Word file for later, or you can just simply hit export and get a list of instant copy and pastable website addresses, so you can see right here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all, I'm going to copy, and I'm going to come back over to direct CPV so we can finish building this ad, and I'm just simply going to hit paste. And if you look here, I've just put in I don't even know how many it is. I guess I should add a counter in Mass Traffic X. Maybe I'll do that next. But this is hundreds of website addresses. So why so-and-so is out trying to find kids around the neighborhood to copy and paste, and the other guy is sitting here doing the daily and nightly grind, drinking 20 cups of coffee and 50 Red Bulls with hands that are cramping up because he's copy and pasted just 100 and there's a billion more to go. You know, I've been behind the scenes with Mass Traffic X, hitting one button and in 49 seconds getting hundreds of laser-targeted sites from the very first, second, third pages of Google, Bing, and Yahoo. I'm slamming them in campaigns, I'm setting them live, and I can get more traffic faster and build bigger lists faster than anybody else with this strategy. How many of you in here really like what you just saw? I'm seeing a lot of people say yes.
I just want to, I want to chime in and say something. I see everybody loves this, and obviously they do because they've been on here for a while with you learning. But here's one thing I want to bring to everybody's attention. Some people said, how many sites will $5 get you? It's not about how many sites that you put in that box in terms of your budget. It's just that the more sites you put in that box, the more potential traffic you can get. So obviously, as you raise your budget, if you had a budget of $5 and you only had one website in there, then you may not ever be able to spend your full budget. Does that make sense? So you've got to have enough websites to get through, the budget, number one, okay? Number two, you've got to be able to find the targeted sites and, like Adrian said, really get the places that people are going. And Adrian, I know you're probably going to tell them in a second. I haven't seen it so far, but where you show like they're paying X here for Google, but you're getting it for X over here. You're going to go over that in a second, right?
Yeah, I show where it shows the penny.
Yeah, so, but one of the things that is total, I want to be like, how many of you understand that me specifically, since you're my students, I'm all about like being transparent about things. So how many of you get this, right? I want to be completely and totally transparent with you because even though this is Adrian's software, you're my students. I want to make sure that before you use anything, 110% everything about it. Mass Traffic X, because of what it does, has a full-time programmer on staff, basically 24/7. Adrian's been building this software. Geez, how long have you been building this? I mean,
well over a year.
Yeah, I mean it's been over a year that he's been building it. But anyway, the software has a full-time programmer whose only job is to add to this software and then, of course, to keep the software working. So there are times when the software does break. Now, does it stay broken? No. You can see Adrian just used it right here. But I just want you to be totally aware that we have a staff that does nothing but work on this software. Does everybody understand that? This is like its own little entity here. It's Adrian's baby. Adrian uses it every day. So obviously if it breaks, Adrian knows about it, right? But it doesn't really, it's not like it breaks all the time. But the point is it's doing a lot of work. And so if a lot of people are using it, then obviously, you can put a big load on it. But we've got a full-time programmer who does nothing but work on this software full-time every month. So you'll see that there's always going to be new additions to it. And there's always going to be upgrades and updates to it. So that's just the way it is. And for that reason, you haven't seen this floating around the internet. It's only presented to our students simply because it's like, it's kind of like Adrian's tool, right? And if you put too many people in there and you break it, guess what happens? Not only can other people not use it, but Adrian can't use it, and Adrian would not be happy about that. So we obviously don't present this to the world. Nobody else sees it. It's seen by our students. when we choose to do webinars. Like Adrian said, we haven't done one of these together in a long, long time. So I just wanted to be clear with everybody, Adrian, that there's a full-time programmer on this particular software so that they know that, hey, sometimes something may not work. It doesn't matter. It'll be fixed in, minutes. And also that it's constantly having upgrades and updates. So they might see new features pop up here and there, but every time they do, there's a help, section that tells them exactly what it is. So I just wanted to go through that with everybody.
Yeah, for sure. And it ended up turning into an animal of its own because it started out as that one tool that I just showed you. And as the year has gone by, I've discovered new strategies and had new ideas, and I've added more tools. I mean, you can see there's on the left-hand side, there's a lot of stuff. I'm not going to be able to go over all of it, but I use this every day. And instead of me creating a software instead of me creating a zillion softwares with a zillion logins, I just said, let me just put everything in one spot where every day before I start work, I just log right in and everything's right there under one username and one password. Okay, so anyways, I'm not done showing you how to, with the campaign. I know you already think, wow, that was amazing, but I'm not done because I want to make sure that you dominate anything and everything that you do online. And there's one more strategy I want to show you when building a campaign with direct CPV. Right now, we're taking over and setting ourselves up to build a massive list of people interested in Apple-type products. And that's why we just scraped all of these URLs. But would you all agree that popping up over people that type in specific specific keywords before any ads ever even show up on Google would also be a good idea to pop up over to build you a list? Yes? All right, I see lots of lists. I see lots of yeses, and I hope you all have lots of big lists. Okay, so we've set ourselves up to pop up over all of these websites. It's done. Once I hit save and continue, that campaign is done. It's going live. But I also want to pop up over keywords. So if I go back to edit ad group, remember where we put the ad group name, where it says Apple websites? If I just type in now Apple keywords, we're going to add on to the campaign that we've just built. We leave the daily budget. All of this is already done for us. All of this is the same. But at the very bottom, we say, hey, let's also put in some keywords. All right, we select keywords and hit save and continue. Now we're able to add in keywords that are laser targeted that we can pop up over. So I want to show you how I do that as well. And this is one of the last things I'm going to show you because I know we've been on almost 2 hours. So traditionally people would say, okay, what are good keywords for Apple iPads? They'd say Apple iPad, iPad discounts, and so on. We could sit here forever and type a bunch of keywords, but I know that you already know I don't sit around all day and type out keywords. I have my developer create something for me called the keyword combination tool. It's right here in Mass Traffic X. So I hit the keyword combination tool, and it brings up for me 5 different groups. Now I want you to imagine that what people are searching for online. So when people are searching for something online, they might be typing in iPad discounts in my area. That's a key phrase, right? I want to show you how to build a massive list of key phrases that you can pop up over. So here's what we do at Mass Traffic X. And I'm going to ask that y'all help me with this so we can build this campaign together so you know what's going on. Group 1 is going to be only keywords that have to do with discounts, coupons, savings, refurbished, stuff like that. So do me a favor and type in discount keywords into the chat, and I'm going to add them in. All right, cheap. We've got discount, obviously, coupon, 50% off, BOGO, buy one, get one. Let's see what else I got down here. Sale, half off, bargain, reduced price, used. I mean, tons of people buy used iPhones because they're cheaper. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of keywords that we could put in here. For the sake of time, we're going to leave it at that. Low cost, inexpensive, discount, even free. All right. Group 2 is going to be colors, because you all know now the big thing about the iPhones and iPads is what color do you have? I won a contest when I was starting out an affiliate competition last year. I won a free white iPad, and when I got it in, my wife went ballistic. She's like, "Those are sold out. I've been wanting a white iPad." So I guess you all know by now I don't have a white iPad. My wife does. I had to give it to her. But it's the colors. People want different color ones. So you got white, you got black, you got the gray, and gray because people spell it two different ways. You've got pink, you've got purple, you've got polka dot iPads, right? You've got the gold ones, the silver ones, you've got blue ones. So what we do is we start typing in the different colors, and I see a lot of you giving me suggestions right now. So it's not puppery, it's actually purple. That's what I'm going for. So you type in the colors. And then in group 3, you're going to start, ooh, I like that one, so I'm going to add it. Somebody said camo. All right, so put in camo. Then in group 3, you're going to put like iPad, iPad 2, iPad Air 2, because there's multiple ones, iPad mini. You can put in the iPhone 6, the iPhone 5, and so on. So you put in all the different types of iPhones. You could even start putting in, Kindles and Surfaces and stuff like that. So what we've done really is we built like a nice key phrase. And remember, the phones come in different sizes. So you've got the what is it called? The 30 gigabyte hard drive. You've got the 64 gigabyte hard drive. Because some of them have more storage. Then you just simply hit get keyword combinations, and instantly Mass Traffic X builds a huge list of keywords of every color, every discount, every type of device, and every gigabyte. Look at this list that I just created. Cheap black iPhones, cheap gray iPhones, cheap, it's just still on cheap. I'm just going to scroll now. We're on discount, polka dot, silver, blue, camo. I'm nowhere near the end, I don't think. But you can see here, I've got a massive list of keywords. Nobody else can compete with me when using Mass Traffic X on keywords, because I just built so many keywords, it's just mind-boggling. And I see a lot of you now hashtagging love it more. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy all of these keywords. I'm going to come right on over to Direct CPV. Instead of typing them one at a time, bam. All of the keywords are right here in Mass Traffic X. And now I can build a huge list from laser targeting very specific keywords for different color iPads and iPhones and all that other stuff. But guess what? I'm still not done. I know Anthony might get a little upset with me because I'm teaching so much, but I just freaking love teaching this stuff because it's so exciting. How many of you in here also feel like when people are searching for stuff online that they might misspell stuff by accident? Yes, they misspell it. Do you think that you could still build a list, a great high-quality list, if you were popping up over people that misspelled terms online? Absolutely. So look, here's what I'm going to do, just for the sake of it. I'm only going to do it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. I'm going to come on over here to the typo generator in Mass Traffic X, and as you can see, there is a video above every tool in Mass Traffic X that shows you exactly how to use it, by the way. And I'm just going to take 5 of those keywords, just so you can really get a scale of how big this is. And I'm going to tell it instantly to misspell those 5 keywords every way possible. And look at the long list of misspellings. It's misspelled every word, every way possible. And made me a huge keyword list of misspelling. I mean, I literally end up with tens of thousands of key terms. So I'm going to copy those. I'm going to come back over to Direct CPV, and not only am I popping up over all of the keywords, but I'm popping up over all the misspellings too. All right, now we're done, okay? I promise you I'm not going to show you any more on building an even bigger, more grand, insane laser-targeted campaign, okay? That's actually it. All of this could be done in less than 10 minutes using my Mass Traffic X software, where doing it by hand, it's dang near impossible to do, okay? You can get some, but you can't get them all. So I'm going to hit save and continue. Our campaign's done. I hit save, it's going live right now. Like, it's about to be activated, and there's about to be traffic coming in. I'm going to have to turn it off because I didn't even put in a real website to pop up. But I just want y'all to see it actually go live. You know, that's important to me. So it takes it a second to save it. Notice they have bulk entry also, so you could just upload them all at once. But I want you to see something here. All of my keywords are in there, all of my URLs, everything, all the misspellings. Notice that it says active, and I want you to also notice that it says I'm getting this traffic for $0.015. I can check, you know, if other people are on that keyword, and you notice it says nobody else is trying to get traffic from this keyword because they didn't think of it, because they couldn't think of it, because there's no way they could get all of that with their brain. So I'm literally like one of the only people, you know, right now popping up over some of these keywords. Look at how many pages of keywords we've created. There's over 106 pages. Just look down here at the bottom right. I'll zoom in. There's over 106 pages of keywords and URLs, and there's 25 keywords and URLs per page. So we've literally got thousands, right? Thousands of keywords and websites that I'm ready to pop up over that's going to get me laser targeted traffic for $0.01 per customer that can build me a list, just a ginormous list, right? How many of you in here are very excited about what I've just shown you so far? All right, sweet. And you see here it says $0.015. Now I said $0.01 at the beginning, which you can do it for $0.01, but Direct CPV says that you get the premium traffic if you pay $0.015. So I'm sorry. How many of you are okay with $0.015? I thought so. All right, cool. All right, so here's what I want to do. Now that we've built this campaign, you can see that there's literally no competition, because my software is one of the only things that can actually go through and do this at such a fast rate and handle such a huge load on my servers. It's done, it's live, and I could be building a list if I actually put in a real page earlier. Let's go back to the presentation, and I just want to go over a couple of things. And I want to tell you how you can get this, okay? Because a lot of you in here have asked me already, Adrian, how do I get this? What do I do? What do I get access to? You know, what is this all about? Like, where do we go from here? So here's what I want to do. First off, I know that you've got Anthony on your team, right? Anthony is your Anthony students. He said it earlier. You know, he's invited me in to help you. But how many of you in here would be happy if you had both me and Anthony on your team and would be okay with that? More yeses than I can see. Thank you. I promise you I'm not going to try to steal the thunder from Anthony. He is my mentor. I'm forever grateful to him. Every dime that's in my bank account is because of what my brother showed me. But two minds do better than one, obviously. So here's what I want to do. I want to offer you, access to my platform that integrates perfectly with Inbox Inner Circle and list building, and my help and my strategies. Just like me and Anthony go back and forth, and I want to give you access to some campaigns that I've already scraped. I've already built massive lists of URLs and websites for some specific niches, and that's going to be a bonus I'm going to talk about here in just a minute. My entire system, everything can be done. Literally, once you get access to it, you could have a campaign live in less than 10 minutes if you can build it that fast, okay? The main bonus I want to offer for tonight, and it says it's only 10 people. I'm going to make it for 20 people because I did not realize 1,000 people were going to be in here tonight, is access to my ready-to-go campaigns. These are in Mass Traffic X. They're campaigns that I've already scraped. I've already got the keywords. I've already got all the URLs. They're not, nothing in life is ever guaranteed, right? I'm not saying if you copy and paste these, you're guaranteed to get a zillion opt-ins on your list. But I've already gone in, I've laser targeted just like I would, and I've done it for you. And if you go look in Mass Traffic X in here, you should see it right up here at the top. The first 20 students that take action and get in Mass Traffic X should see this little button right here that says Ready to Go Campaigns. And you'll see in there, if I click it, it's got some huge niches that you can build lists off of that I've already done for you. So that's going to be one thing I wanted everybody to see real quick. Just coming back in here. The next thing is you're going to be able with Mass Traffic X, aside from all the other tools, to pop up over Google, Yahoo, Bing, AliExpress, Amazon, all these Fortune 500 companies and websites. You're going to be able to do that tonight. You can forget about pay-per-click and all these other expensive methods to list building. Just knock those out, okay? You're not going to have to worry about that. Another great thing about this strategy and my system is you do not have to build the ads, okay? With pop-up ads, you're not really having to go in and write ad copy and design a bunch of stuff. All you have to do is use the tools that Anthony's given you and I've given you to get your opt-in page up and live so you can start sending traffic to it without having to go pay a bunch of web designers to build you a bunch of stuff, okay? My boot camp, I don't know if y'all saw it in there because there's so many things that just, and so little time, but I've created an entire boot camp. It's full video training filmed by me. It's a step-by-step blueprint of how do you get into direct CPV? How do you find affiliate offers like that one I showed you for the iPad so you can double dip and earn commissions while you're building your list? How do you build a URL campaign and do it the best way, the tightest, most laser-targeted way possible? And that you'll see in Mass Traffic X is right up here at the top. It's called the Mass Traffic X course. So there's videos in here. I call it CPV School. Here's one on PureFly to show you how to get access to PureFly network. And I even have a video down here at the bottom popping up over Twitter pages, because if you know of extremely popular people on Twitter that have a lot of followers, like this person has 100,000 followers, you can build a list from people that visit their Twitter page, right? You can pop up over their Twitter page and you can try to build a list from that. So there's a lot of different ways and techniques that you can use these pop-ups, and I have a whole course that I've filmed on that, of course. So coming back in here, I'm not going to do all the cheesy stuff that I've seen a lot of people do in the past. We've already been on long enough. Usually people put up a whole bunch of bullet points and they say, Adrian, they say, class, this is worth X, Y, and Z because you get this, you get that, and it's worth $15,000, and I'm going to give it to you for this one price. I'm not going to do that to you. I've put multiple thousands of dollars in this, maybe even over $10,000 in this, and I pay a staff of programmers to be on it every single day, all day, every month. And I'm not going to make you pay that, all right? Everybody can get access to this tool tonight, access to me, my training, the software to help you build campaigns that can blast traffic to your pages where you can try to build lists and as many niches as you want by going to amsecretlink.com/MTX coupon, and let me just pull the page up for you again. It didn't completely come up. And it's a one-time fee of $995. There's no upsells. There's no recurring payment to this. Even though I have to pay my programmer, I got to pay my staff to keep it up to date, I'm going to have to do that whether you're using the tool or not, because I'm using it every day. So it's a one-time payment of $995. And when you get in there, there's no surprises. There's no, oh, guess what? You need to buy this because you don't have everything. You literally have access to every tool and everything that I ever put in there in the future, which I will be adding new tools. You get it for free. It's going to go in there. You don't have to pay an upgrade fee. I don't do that to my students. Anthony doesn't do that to his students. We feel like you're fully invested, and we want to make sure that in this software you get everything that I ever come up with. So I already see a ton of people are on the link right now on the page, amsecretlink.com/mtx course. And remember, the first 20 people are going to get access to the bonus, which are the 3 campaigns, ready to go campaigns that I've already gone through and scraped and kind of laser targeted as if I were doing it for myself. So Anthony, do you see any questions you want to cover or anything like that?
Yeah, what I want to cover, Adrian, is really why. Well, first of all, I had a few people asking me if we're still giving away the $250. It's a good thing we bumped it to. I had it at $250. You were saying 100. I heard you say earlier 150, but yes, we are giving that away just a little bit. I think that what's really important, what's really important here is for people to realize that this is first of all, like some people say, okay, well, look, there's a ton of people in here saying this is well worth it. I'm so happy you're offering it to us at such a great price. Linda says this is great. A couple of people asking if it's different from other software. There's no other name for this software. This is it, right? So Mass Traffic X is Mass Traffic X, period. There is no other. If you have another piece of software from somewhere else with a different name, clearly it's not this, right? This is Mass Traffic X. Now, one of the things that I want to make sure that everyone is very clear of is that there are no extra fees, okay? Because I know that oftentimes you buy something and then there's a couple other things that you need to buy and all this. There are no other fees. And all the upgrades that Adrian does as he progresses through, and we both use this for building our list, you will get for free because we're doing it to the software. So even though we're spending the money every single month to be on here and to be doing this, and to be obviously keeping the software rolling, you're not going to pay anything. We guarantee you that and Adrian, there are a couple people that want to know about the guarantee. Here's the thing. I see a couple of you asking about, is there a money back guarantee? Absolutely there is. There always is. We always want you to be able to try something, make sure it's for you, make sure it works for you, all that stuff. But if the first question out of your mouth, is there a guarantee? I would highly suggest that you not buy this. Because if you go into something and you buy it for the wrong reason, you buy it just because you're wondering, oh gosh, is there a refund guarantee? Well, then your mind's not really in the right place. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Adrian generates revenue, kind of like the revenue you see here, and he does it because he works, because he works really hard, right? That's what it's all about: working hard and staying focused on the right things at the right time. So if you're focused on what's the refund guarantee and all this stuff, your mind's not in the right place. After 2 hours tonight, you really aren't thinking proper. You need to be focused on what opportunity is laid out right here in front of you, and the fact that you don't have to hire a programmer to sit here and do all the work, because that's the biggest key, is not having to have a programmer sit here and do all this work for you like we're having to do. And you don't have to pay them. The programmers are not a one-time fee. They're every single month that you have to, obviously that you have to pay them. You don't pay a monthly fee, okay? Some of you have asked if you can use this for local marketing. Absolutely. Adrian just didn't go into that because we obviously have spent a lot of time on here. This software is not going to be available forever. There's not even like a sales page for this. We only do this for our students, on our trainings. And the reason we do it, and the reason we take so long to do this, is because we want to make sure that you know what it is that you're doing. You see the full opportunity, full transparency. How many of you can appreciate the transparency here? And by the way, when you click this link, you're actually going to go to the shopping cart to check out. It has my name on it. That's simply because Adrian plays with a lot of software tools and stuff, but he doesn't exactly know how to handle checkouts and access. So I handle all of that. So it's still got my name on it, but it's Adrian Software. It's Mass Traffic X. I can see all of you say you appreciate the transparency. We want to teach you, train you, and then give you opportunity. How many of you agree you've learned a ton on this webinar tonight already, right? I just want to see your thoughts. Everybody's saying yes. Thank you. So I want you to understand this is not a big hammer, hammer, hammer sales pitch. You've learned a ton. But if you want the advantage over everyone else and you want to scale this up, Adrian's software is the way to go. There's nothing better. There's no second alternative. There's no other software like it. There's not a software with a different name. We're not going to charge you a monthly fee. There's no upsells, no OTOs, nothing to buy in the members area. It is 100%. Here's what it is. It's $995. This helps cover all of our costs to do the software, to keep the software up to date, to make the updates, to keep those programmers on staff. It's our way to be able to afford really our own software and give it to you without you having to spend a fortune to make it happen. And I think that's what it's really all about. Some of you are asking why this is not $50. Well, it's the same reason why you go in a restaurant and you buy a filet and it's not $1.50, like a Big Mac. Okay? You have to put a value on, the quality and the opportunity. If I eat a filet, it might cost $30, but it's good. I can go eat a hamburger for $1.50. So this is the filet of marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a very, very good piece of software that we have spent a fortune on over the long haul. So I just want to make that very clear. I want you to all understand it's $995. He does have a refund guarantee. He'll talk about it in just a second, but that's not why you should buy it. I encourage you not to buy it if you're concerned about the refund guarantee before you ever even try it. That's just not smart. And other than that, Adrian, I'll let you take back over.
Yeah, and I mean, no need for me to reiterate everything you just said, and you're 100% right. The key to success isn't always worrying about, how little work you have to do, and if you can get out, if you want to. It's about pushing forward and just crushing. So yeah, we do have a 30-day guarantee on this. I always offer that on all of my stuff that I ever come out with. So that's not something you totally have to worry about. If you don't like it and it doesn't work for you and it's not crushing for you, then you just simply send us an email. I mean, we don't hide the button or anything in the members area. It's right. Actually, it's right there at the top. There's a huge button that says support, and it's got our email address. You just simply shoot us an email, and 29, 30 days from now, if you haven't generated a boatload of traffic, if you don't feel like this has really helped you build a bigger list of laser-targeted campaigns, just let us know, and we'll say, hey, we're sorry it didn't work, and here's your money. Simple as that. So I'm just going through and I'm looking at some of your questions here, and I know Anthony's running our little software that is going to choose the winner. And aside from that, I want to reiterate one time that this offer for this software is only for tonight. I don't let zillions of people in Mass Traffic X. I can't. There's not enough of me to help hundreds of people that are in that software and the questions and the coaching that you go through and everything through the videos. It's just like, I want a nice group of students that want to take action, that want to work with me and with Anthony and start crushing it online with CPA offers, with list building, all of that other stuff. The ready-to-go campaigns, I believe, are going to be a huge benefit to those of you that have that bonus. I already see that there are, looks like 17 of you that are in, and I don't have. I was trying to bring up your names to congratulate you, but there's just so much going on. But anyways,
hey, I just want to I want to touch on a couple of questions real quick because I see a few, and being that everyone here is they were only invited here because they're Inbox Inner Circle members, and so I want to answer a few quick questions. Number one, everybody's asking me how you integrate this with Inbox Inner Circle. It doesn't integrate. What it does is this is obviously a source of traffic, which means it's a source of leads. You got a lead gen builder inside of your course It's inside of Inbox Inner Circle. Right up at the top, there's a button that says Automation Arbitrage. That's in there, okay? And that's where you build your opt-in pages. So if you need opt-in pages where you can build them to opt them into your GVO list, you can do that right inside of Automation Arbitrage, which is my lead gen builder, which is provided to you in Inbox Inner Circle, okay? So there, it obviously makes it very easy for you to be able to build that list, okay? Now, a couple of people want to know that we're telling them what offers to promote. Well, here's the thing. When Adrian gives you those done-for-you campaigns, the ones he was talking about as a bonus, those done-for-you campaigns are campaigns that are done for you, ready to use for certain offers. And he tells you what offers you need to use. So, yes, you do get told what affiliate offers you need to promote to the done-for-you campaigns. Okay, so hopefully that I see Toby and Joanne. I answered your questions about the lead gen page, and then obviously the affiliate offers. Which offers are going to be. Are you going to be told what offers to promote? And here's the thing: at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're promoting the right thing, but you also want to make sure that you're able to generate the revenue and get the leads that you want. And that's what this is all about. So it works with GVO, because I know a lot of you are using GVO, and it works with our opt-in pages that are all inside of our Inbox Inner Circle. So yeah, that's what this is all about. How many of you, if you want, just go ahead and say that you've got the course. Adrian, I'm going to check and see how many we have enrolled, so you can let everybody know if the bonus is gone. And I'll let you kind of answer some questions. But I see a lot of you keep asking me about how you get your own opt-in pages. Like I've said, I'll say it one more time, but you got to take notes. Inside of Inbox Inner Circle, there's a button that says Automation Arbitrage up at the very top. That is the lead gen builder that I put together for you, and it's inside of Inbox Inner Circle. So that's going to make sure that you have a landing page to build so that you can drive the traffic from Mass Traffic X and this system all the way to to your landing page to build your list. Okay. I also see just a few questions here about Adrian about the potential of how you can scale. I mean, look, everybody on this webinar with us tonight is all about email marketing, and so I want them to realize that this is something that will scale the ability not only to build their list but also to generate revenue. So I think that's the biggest, really the biggest key right now is knowing that you're going to generate revenue, but also build your list using the software. And I think that's what makes it so unique.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that I haven't talked about this on the webinar, but that I have been building a list of people that like to buy certain T-shirts and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. With the list I've built, I sent out an email just to 3,389 people the other day. And that email, I can't pull it up on the screen now because it's actually on my other computer. I'm looking at those stats. It got a 68% open rate. So almost 70% of the people that got the email opened it. And it generated for me right at, let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, like $589 off one email because I built a list of laser-targeted people that were trying to go into places to buy T-shirts. And that's what's so powerful about this, is you can build a list for pretty much any niche, and then you can market so many different things to it, and you can continue to get that recurring income by sending out simple emails. But see, you've got to have a way to supercharge your business so you can build as many lists as fast as you can. And I believe, and I know you would agree, that this is one of those softwares that, and by the way, it works on both PC and Mac. You don't have to download it, but we call it a software that can enable you to supercharge how fast you're able to grow your business by building multiple lists. mean, you can have so many campaigns deployed for such a low risk using Mass Traffic X that by the time your average guy can focus on just building one list, you've got a list for 10 different niches built out with customers opting into their GVO and getting ready to mail out and create income. So congratulations to Toby, Robert, Daniel, Teresa, La Treviette. I'm really sorry if I messed that name up. Mark, Cheyenne, Susan, Lionel, Dalton, Celeste, I think it is. Congrats. I'm sorry, I can't read all of your names because we're having a lot come in. And for those of you asking what offers to promote and what niches are the best to build a list in, you can see here that I've got a couple of options on the homepage of Mass Traffic X. I go over my top affiliate networks I use, the top niches that I would recommend, like credit reports. People, if you have a list of people that are interested in their credit score and building their credit and whatnot, think about it. Think about how many times people check their credit. So you're always going to be able to mail to that list more opportunities to get free credit reports or to build their credit, whatever. So there's a huge, huge opportunity there, aside from the fact that in here I've got something that scrapes YouTube sites. I've got the ability to spy on what ads are working on Facebook, so you can start popping up over Facebook and building a list from Facebook. I've just got so much stuff in here. I've added so many things. Where you can find the top domains on the internet. You've got down here trends. There's also a lead page generator, but I'm going to be totally honest with you. The lead page generator that you developed is better than this one, so I would use the one in Anthony's software. But there's a lot of stuff in here. The course in itself, just being able to learn how to walk through and build these campaigns, because I guarantee you that a lot of you, even after this webinar, if you're not in this course and you go to direct CPV, you're gonna make mistakes. You're not gonna remember everything I've said in the past 2 hours. You're gonna hit mental blocks. You're gonna hit bumps in the road. You know that this is something that works. You've seen the proof in the pudding, right? And you know that it's working right now because you've seen my stats literally from yesterday or today. You just have to ask yourself right now, for those of you that are, I've seen a couple of you saying, I don't know, should I, or, is this something that I need to jump into right now? What you need to ask yourself is, do you think all of the tools, all of the training, unlimited access with a 30-day guarantee is worth $995? How much is one winning campaign worth? If you could get one winning campaign up, build a huge list out of that, and generate sales, is that worth to you $900 or more? If the answer is yes, then this is something that you should do. And we're giving you 30 days to try it, to use it, and if you don't like it, all you have to do is hit that support button and say, Adrian, this isn't for me. And we'll simply give you...
Adrian, yeah. Just wanted to chime in real fast because I know it's getting late, so I want to be able to wrap this up. Now, because I know a lot of people are, and I know a lot of people are saying like solo ads cost thousands of dollars. This is very cheap to start a global online business. Everything I saw is great. This is a great deal. So I know a lot of people are. Everybody realizes what a good deal this is. Everybody realizes how awesome it is, and I think everybody realizes how great of a teacher you are. One of the things that I want to ask you about, and I know that there are a lot of people in here. How many of you are in here and you want to purchase? This is the problem, Adrian, when you teach so much. How many of you are in here? You want to purchase Mass Traffic X, but you don't want to leave the room to go do it because you're afraid you're going to miss something in the room here? Just say yes for me. Okay, so Adrian, as you can see, there are a lot of people that want to get Mass Traffic X right now, but they don't want to leave the room because they're afraid they're going to miss something in here. So let me encourage all of you real quick, Adrian, if we could take, because we've gone over the 20 people, just so you know, I know you're not paying attention to it, but you've gone over the 20 people that can get the bonus, if you will, so we can put a time frame on this and we can give everybody peace of mind to go ahead and get this and get moving. If we just say the next 5 minutes, everyone that enrolls can have your bonuses. That way, I can just answer some little questions and everybody can take 5 minutes to go get enrolled and then come back to the webinar. We'll still be here. And we'll get your questions answered or whatever the case may be. But I think it's important to give everybody an opportunity, because you said the first 20 people, which is great when you're doing a webinar that's not for, my students and our people, our students. But I mean, they're not going to want to listen, leave. They're not going to want to leave the presentation. You know what I'm saying? So let's just take. Is that cool with you?
You're my big brother. I pretty much do whatever you tell me to do.
That was the only time you've ever said that. So I pay no attention to him.
We have a lot of eyes on us.
Yeah. A couple of people are asking about the bonuses. I'm just going to recap them real fast. Basically, Adrian has gone into Mass Traffic X and he has created some epic campaigns that work really well. And he gives those done-for-you campaigns to you. Obviously, if he gave them to 1,000 people, they wouldn't be that good anymore because 1,000 people would be doing it. So there's a limit to it. It's kind of a logical limit. It's not like it's, I got to hurry up. So basically, make sure that you go ahead and roll in the next 5 minutes. I'll watch it at 15 past the hour because I'm watching my clock here. We will end the bonuses. So for those of you that get enrolled now, you'll get the bonuses, and then we'll be good to go. Now, with that said, I'm going to answer a few more questions just about Inbox Inner Circle and how it connects with this, how it works, all that stuff. And then we're going to give away the $250. And don't forget, we have an epic training next week, really going deep on some email marketing stuff. It won't last this long because I'm not going to bring Adrian on, which means it won't be like forever in a day. Great training. How many of you enjoyed the training that Adrian has brought to the table tonight? Just go ahead and say yes if you feel like this was time well spent. Great, awesome. I see tons of yeses. Thank you so much. We are so happy to have done this for you, and we hope that all of you see the value in the software, but also in the value in the time that you've spent here with us, learning how to do what we're doing and what we do that works, right? So with that said, for the next, we got about 3 minutes left. For those of you that are enrolling, you'll get the bonuses. Anybody that's already enrolled, I see a lot of you asking me, yes, you will get the bonuses if you've already enrolled. And we're excited about that. We're excited to give you the done-for-you campaigns. We're excited to give you access to everything. And we're just excited to be here. And I appreciate some of you saying, like Michael says, you're just excited that I'm real. Well, I appreciate it because I try to be real anyway. So to recap a couple of questions here, just so you know, yes, this works with GVO. Yes, it works with Inbox Inner Circle. No, there are no upsells. There is nothing else to buy in the members area. There's nothing anywhere, nothing nowhere, right? It is one-time payment. There's no monthly fees. You get it. You get going. You get full access. It's completely different than any other software. David, it has nothing to do with the software you're talking about in the chat. It is literally unique to Adrian and to what Adrian has done. Adrian, they can sign up right here. I see a few people asking me about where to sign up. I guess maybe they're not looking at the screen. You can sign up. I'll put it in the chat here for you. It's amsecretlink.com/MTX coupon. That is because Adrian has charged more. I see, some of you have been with us for a long time. You probably saw the first inception of this when we first found, when we first built this, when Adrian first came up with this idea. And obviously, you've seen us. We've charged more for it. So obviously, that's the way it is. It's discounted now because we've gotten through the real tough part in the development, I guess. And now we're kind of homeward bound, ready to rock and roll and keep the software rolling. So we've got, Adrian, looks like we got about a minute and a half or so on the bonuses, and then we will get some stuff rolling. And I do see some people that have some questions, some other questions. If you want to pick them up, and Like I said, we'll announce this $250 winner here in just a second, but I want to get all of you enrolled that want to get enrolled, and I want to make sure that we take care of you and that we get you into training and get you rocking and rolling.
I see a question about can we look up keywords in different languages in Mass Traffic X? I mean, with the keyword combination, if you are typing in a foreign language, it'll generate it back for you. So it does not translate anything, but it'll spit out whatever you put in. I'm just going through a couple of your questions. I want to reiterate again, pop-up blockers will not block these type of pop-ups because I see 2 or 3 people asking that question.
That's just because they're permission-based pop-ups.
Say that again, Anthony?
I said, and that's just because they're permission-based pop-ups.
Oh, yeah. They're 100% permission-based pop-ups, so blockers do not block them. And you can verify that on the very first page of the home page of Direct CPV. So they'll show you a video on how all that works. So it's completely compliant and ethical. It's just a untapped form of marketing online as of right now. And we all know that the first people in on most things are the ones that kind of take control of the market and make the most. And this is one of those things that not a lot of people know about, not a lot of people talk about, that you have the opportunity not just to, jump on, but to have a system that's built specifically to supercharge it for you. So you're light years ahead of anybody else that ever figures it out. And that's why I built Mass Traffic X for myself. I remember, Anthony, when I built this software and I showed it to you, you're like, dude, you've got to give this to the students. You've got to show this. And I almost even hesitated. I was like, I don't know about that. And I remember you kind of talked me into it, and you talked me into coming on here tonight and sharing it with everybody because this is kind of like my baby. I put a lot of work, a lot of time, and a lot of money into developing this system.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's the biggest key is everybody realize that it isn't free to do something like this. This software costs money, and and it's taken up many years of building. Adrian, so look, I am seeing a lot of questions here. And I know we just didn't talk about this, and you can't really hear me except on my cell phone. But what about for the people? There are some people here that I think would love to use Mass Traffic X. I think they would love to get enrolled in Mass Traffic X. But maybe they don't. Like some people are asking if it's available later. Obviously, that's there's nowhere for this to be. But first of all, I think we're past the 10:15 deadline. But I think there are a lot of the questions I'm seeing anyway are people that are asking about, is there an opportunity for them to be able to get into Mass Traffic X and instead of paying the full amount today, pay a little bit today and over a payment plan. I know sometimes you offer that, sometimes you don't. We didn't really talk about it tonight. How many of you in the chat, just answer me this, if Adrian offered a payment plan, how many of you would click the button right now and take off and get enrolled? I mean, I'll tell you, Adrian, it looks like, Sophie, Michelle, Rodney, Rosie, Ronald. Well, no, Ronald says no, so I'm sorry, Ronald will not. Well, I'm just being honest. Leonard, Bruce, Robert, Linda, Steve, Tom, Elizabeth, Deborah, John, Paul, Jason, Harvretta Hughes, James, Bice, Thomas, Paul. Ronald now says he would. Thank you, Ronald. Sophie, I mean, look, I can't count them all, to be honest with you. Sorry, everybody. I'm telling you, but I can't. There's no way I can read everybody's name. Anyway, it looks like there are an awful lot of my students that would love to get in on this, and it's possible that right now they, a payment plan would really help them. Is that something that's possible, to make happen?
Yeah, it is, and I actually,
because I can't see your slides or anything. I don't know if you have a payment plan option or if you care or what.
I built a link because I knew you might ask, for that. And I know that your goal and my goal is to make this affordable for everybody, or as affordable as we can afford to make it, right?
Right.
And I know that sometimes it's not that people can't necessarily even afford it. It's that the limit on their credit cards will not allow $1,000 charges. And I've seen quite a few of you in here say that you tried to charge it, but your credit card won't let it go through because it's, you just don't have that high of a credit limit. And I understand that. So I did build a special page for your students, whom now some of them will become our students.
Well, there's
I
still
put
my
it,
students.
we'll see, we'll let them decide later. Um, Here it is. I already typed it out. So there is a payment plan, and I didn't even type in how much the payment plan was, but it's 4 payments of $299. So to be fair to those of you that paid in full, I could not apply the $200 discount to that. So if you go to amsecretlink.com/mtxflex, and Anthony, you can type that in the chat box if you want, it'll give you the option to break it down into 4 payments. Yeah, you pay a little bit more for doing the payment plan.
Right.
That's just to be fair to those that did fork over the full amount up front. But you get started today for a fraction. It stops after the 4 payments. You get access to everything. You still get the 30-day money-back guarantee. You get everything. It's just you're able to break it down into 4 payments.
Now, a couple of things I want to run over, Adrian, because want to make sure that everybody is aware of this. That means that you would pay only $299 tonight. That's it. That's what you'd be charged. And then you would have 3 payments. They're spaced out over a month apiece, that are for the same amount. And then it stops billing your card. How many of you are interested in taking advantage of this? How many of you are going? Because I don't think, obviously, Adrian, you don't want a million. You can't have 1,000 people sign up. And I saw a ton of people saying yes. How many of you are going to go take advantage of this right now? Because I would suggest go ahead, take advantage of it right this minute, because I don't think we need to leave that open for 1,000 people. And I know that, Adrian, when I asked about the payment plan, 1,000 people said yes. So I think it's important for you to understand that, that you don't want to overload yourself anyway, all in one night. But if you're interested in this, go ahead, go to the link. You see it right there on the screen. I'll put it in the chat one last time here. And then, of course, if you want to pay in full, you can pay. You can still do the full pay option there, and you save a little money. But for those of you that need a little help getting started tonight, knock it out. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. And for those of you that have already paid in full, obviously, we've got you got a discount on it. And for those of you that don't have the option for that, this is the key to getting you in the door. And I think you should take full advantage of it and take advantage of it quickly, because hey, at the end of the day, it's all about having access to success, and that's the biggest key, is having the access to have success. And that's what I really wanted to bring Adrian on here for, is to really let him show you how to have success and how to gain access to the success that you want and that you need. How many of you truly believe that Mass Traffic X can take you to the next level? Just say yes if you believe that. If you can see the value, great. I can see it. A lot of people, Adrian, they all see the value in the software. So I think you've done a great job on this presentation. I think there are a lot of people that are going to benefit from this. I want to welcome everybody to Mass Traffic X that has enrolled, because there have been an awful lot of you. I know we've got a lot of people that are currently enrolling right now, and I just think we need to kind of set a time and say, okay, hey, this is the amount of time that it's gonna, that we'll leave it open, and then we'll hop off here and we'll give away our $250 and get things rolling.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you've got
So
any closing statements, anything you want to tell everybody, you know, I know we've got a lot of people trying to get enrolled, and I think when we shut down the webinar presentation here, you know, you should probably close down the offer, because there really is, you know, there's a lot of people enrolling. So I mean, you can't see that, but there are a lot of people enrolling, and so we want to make sure you can take care of the people that are there, to be honest with you.
yeah, so I do have just some closing words, and first off, I just want to congratulate everybody for taking action. You know, spending 2.5 hours on here with my brother and I tonight. I know it takes, it takes a lot of your time. I know some of you probably have jobs that you have to go to tomorrow morning and whatnot. So, we really appreciate your time tonight. It's always humbling to see 1,000 people jump on a call to listen to, to what I have to say or what Anthony has to say. So I want to congratulate you for taking action just by being here. I want to congratulate everybody that's in Mass Traffic X. I know you're gonna freaking love it. And just wake up tomorrow and tell yourself, I am going to be successful. And start out your day with the mindset that you're going to crush it, and you're going to get financial freedom, you're going to get time freedom. And I hope for all of you that, Mass Traffic X is one of those opportunities for you that can help you reach those goals. So go ahead to the links now if it's something you want to do. And we really are shutting down the sale. There's not even a sales page. These go straight to the shopping cart because it's an exclusive offer. We'll leave it up for about 5-10 minutes after we sign off and say adios and goodbye, to give y'all a chance to get in. We'll take it down then, and we'll start working with our new students. So that's all I have to say. Once again, thank you guys. I really appreciate your time. I wish you a ton of success. Good night.
All right, awesome. So thank you, Adrian. Everybody that enjoyed Adrian's presentation, just go ahead and say thank you to him. That would be nice. All right, everybody's saying thank you to Adrian. That's really awesome. And Adrian, you just leave your screen up here for a little bit so that those that are enrolling right now can still have the links. I'm going to go ahead and select our $250 winner, but I also want to make sure, since I see hundreds of people saying great job, Adrian, don't forget next Thursday, same time, same place. We'll be right here, more training, lots of information to share. I've got some really cool stuff I've been going over that I'm going to start teaching next week to you. All, of course, Inbox Inner Circle, email marketing, so everything all in one place, all at one time. Great value for your time. It will not take 2.5 hours. I can shorten my speech. Adrian is a little long-winded. With that said, I'm going to go ahead, and if you will give me literally 2 minutes, I am going to select our winner of the cash prize, $250. I want to thank all of you for being on this training, for staying here for this long. You should consider yourself so far above average, it's ridiculous, because you stayed on for 2.5 hours of some epic training with Adrian. Most people, would bail on something that long. I know it's a lot of you, different time zones, different places. It is what it is. So we want to thank you and congratulate you on being next level and being here for this. That's a phenomenal thing. All right, so I'm going to select our winner real quick. For those of you that are not enrolled, go to the links right now. They're in the chat. They're on the screen. We'll be closing the offer down as soon as I select the winner and we close down the webinar. So take a couple minutes, finish your enrollment, and I am going to select the winner here right now. So I would play some music, but I don't know how, so I will not play it. Just hold tight. Let me go run this script, get a randomly selected winner. Like I said, go ahead, go to the website addresses, get enrolled, get the software. You got a 30-day guarantee anyway. Make it happen so we can teach you this method. I believe you'll love it. All right, give me 1 second, everybody. All right, I got my software up here to do our random selection, Adrian. And I'm going to go ahead and run it, and off we'll go. All right, so we have run the script, and I got to say, our winner is right here in front of me. Now, I want you all to realize that you are all winners, right? That's just the way that it is. You're all winners. Everybody's a winner that participates and does what, and attends these trainings, okay? But tonight's cash winner, everybody that got Mass Traffic X, if you got Mass Traffic X, do you consider yourself a winner? Yes or no? I just want to know if you took action, you got this. It's now one of your tools. It's something you can use to be successful. It's something you can use to take your business to the next level. It's something you can use to build your list so that you can crush it with email marketing. It's something you can use in conjunction with Inbox Inner Circle. It's something you can use as your edge over everybody else that doesn't have it. Do you consider yourself a winner? All right. I see everybody saying yes. All right, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel good about bringing Adrian on here, giving him access to my students to be able to teach you, train you, and offer you something like this. Because most of the time I don't do that. Most of the time I only do my own teaching, and I only allow for my own stuff to be promoted to my students, because I want to make sure it's quality, make sure it's good. And so that's for me. This is a change, but it's a change I think that was well warranted and good. All right, so with that said, our winner tonight is Austin Rose. So Austin Rose, you are the cash prize winner. Don't forget, next week we'll be giving away $250 more right here, same place, same time, Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be giving away some more cash and teaching some more stuff and training you, helping you become successful in every way, shape, and form that we possibly can. So we are really, really excited about it and hope that you will all attend. Put it on your calendars, put a reminder in your telephone, do what you got to do. Don't miss it. Don't miss out on the opportunity to learn. It costs you nothing to be here. Time is money. So whenever you're learning and you're spending your time to help yourself create more money, well, that makes you more successful. So congratulations. Now, for those of you, and Austin, I'll be shooting you an email. We've got your information here, so I'll be shooting you an email, and we will hook up with you and figure out how to get you your $250. So congratulations to you. Everybody, we are going to leave this offer up for 5 minutes. So for the next 5 minutes, you will have the opportunity to enroll. I know some of you are just waiting because you wanted to wait and not miss anything. That's perfectly fine. This will be available for 5 minutes. At the end of 5 minutes, we'll take it down. We'll turn it off. That's only fair that we do that for everybody because, hey, that's what we said we were going to do. So I'm going to leave the presentation here for 5 minutes. If you think Mass Traffic X is your key to success, or one of the keys to success, certainly not the only key, but one of the keys to success, go to the link, get the program, give it a shot, work with it, knock it out of the park, and let's make sure that we put you on the right track to having massive success with Mass Traffic X. And I want to thank you all for being here. I want to congratulate you for being here. And I want to thank you for being a student of mine. I want to thank you for all of the effort, all of the time, all of the work you've put in. And I want to guarantee you that no matter what, we're going to be here. We're going to be doing what we're doing. And we hope that you'll continue to follow us, continue to stay with us, continue to work with us, continue to learn with us, and continue to let us help you reach the goals, reach the success that you want for yourself and your business. So with that said, good night, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. I look forward to seeing you right here next week, same place, same time, but a whole lot more content and a whole lot more training coming your way. From Inbox Inner Circle, Anthony Morrison, and on behalf of Adrian Morrison for spending so much time with us, I want to thank you. I want to thank all of you for being here. Good night and God bless.